Thank you for coming today. I am Monica Bagley, and we are here at Kaechele Elementary with our third grade class in room 230. And today we are starting our unit on ancient Rome. So we are going to be learning a little bit about the location on a map and how to find Rome. So we should all have our social studies notebooks out, and we need to start a new chapter. So we're going to turn to the table of contents. So if you guys can all turn to your table of contents, and please write number 4 for chapter 4. And we are going to be doing ancient Rome. And boys and girls, you already have ancient written down, so spelling it
No.
should be quite easy. Whenever we talk about finding a country in the world, and we need to start with the whole world. So we're going to start with the world. We're going to move our way in. Okay. Thank you. And you can use timers too if you need to. All right, everybody should have a world map. Should have chapter 4 labeled. And if we start with the world, mirror with hands, we have the world. What continent are we zooming into if we are going to Rome? Who knows which continent we have to zoom into? Dutch, what do you think? Europe. So if you have the world here, you're going to zoom into Europe. So Europe is going to be in which hemisphere of the world? What's one of the hemispheres that Europe is going to be in? Yes, Raj.
The northern.
The northern hemisphere. So we're going to be looking up at the northern hemisphere. So if we have the equator about halfway here, it's going to be in the northern hemisphere. It's going to be right smack in the middle. So you're just going to circle right around where Europe would be. And we're going to label that Europe. So you're going to start with the world, then you're zooming into Europe. So the next map you guys are going to be looking for is a map of Europe. Don't forget to capitalize Europe. Why are we capitalizing Europe? Evangeline. It's the name of a continent. It's a proper noun. So what should be the title of this next map? Bennett. Europe. We've zoomed in from the world. We've gone down to Europe. So now we are gluing in our Europe map. And the title of this one is going to be Europe. Nice job. Thank you. All right, so mirror with hands. What map is this? The world. Then we shrink down to Europe. Then if you look real closely in Europe, there is a peninsula, a long, skinny peninsula. It actually kind of looks like a boot. So when I put my hand up like this is kind of the leg, and then this is the boot, like as if I would take my boot off. And here's my boot. If you look real close, see if you can find a high-heeled boot that's getting ready to kick a rock. So if this was my boot, everybody show me your boot. You guys see the boot on your map? And it's kicking. It's actually kicking Sicily. But that boot is Italy. That is Italy. Does everybody see the boot on their map? Show your neighbor. Teach.
Okay.
Show them where Italy is on your map. Show them the boot. With your yellow pencil, I want you to color in that boot. And you can go ahead and color in Sicily too, that it's getting ready to kick. And what do you suppose you'll label that? Does anybody remember what country that is? What country is that boot? What country is it, Electra? Italy. Italy. So we are coloring our boot. Oh, you got yours upside down. Boys and girls, make sure your map is not upside down, then the boot's a lot easier to find. You can tell your map is the right way. There's little words right here, but the boot should be right here, and you see another little island up here. Because we've got Spain down there. Yes, ma'am. Yep. So we're going to flip this around. Okay? But you've got the exact right thing colored. It was just the other way around. So go ahead and glue it in that way and just draw an arrow. All right, mirror with hands. Which map is this? World map. You zoom in and we get to? Europe. Keep zooming in and you get to? Italy. Italy's the little boot. Then right where your little knuckle is, right in that part of the boot, guess what that little part is?
Rome.
That is where Rome is. So we started in the world. We went to Europe, Italy, Rome. Show me world. Show me Italy.
No.
Show me the world. Show me Europe. Show me the world. Show me Rome. Where's Rome? The little spot right there. Show me the world. Show me Europe. Show me Italy. Show me Rome. Show me Europe. Show me the world. Show me Italy. Show me Rome. Trying to teach your neighbor those 4 maps. Teach!
Okay.
World, this is the world. This is Europe. Italian. This is right here. Italian. This right here is Rome. Italian. What? Yeah, speaking of Italian. My grandmother, I go with Italian style.
Class? Raise your hand if you think you can teach the whole class those 4 maps. Callan, I saw your hand first. Why don't you stand up, get the class's attention. Say teach.
Teach.
Yes.
World. Europe. Italy. Rome.
Anybody else think they can do it? Callan, calling a friend to do it.
World.
Europe, Italy,
Rome.
Rome. Don't forget when you're doing Italy that you need to have that kicker out. That boot, that boot kicker. All right, next map we're going to glue in is, of course, the last one. What was the last map we zoomed up into? Ancient Rome. And this one has already got the title written for you, and it's got the map legend. And we are going to be completing this, and we are going to use Google Earth as we go on in. I love Google Earth. All right, so as you guys are gluing this in, make sure you have those 4 colored pencils ready. If you forget which colors, you can whisper, remind your neighbors. All right, let's
We're in America.
All right. All right, I'm glad you guys remember using Google Earth. We've always enjoyed finding different places on here. So whenever we turn Google Earth on, this is what it looks like. So am I ready to start zooming in here?
No.
Why not? Matthew, why can't I start zooming in?
That's the United States.
This is the United States. This is the wrong side of the Earth. It's on the wrong, what's a half?
Hemisphere.
Hemisphere, thank you. So I'm going to have to rotate this, right?
There it is. That's Europe. There it is.
All right, so now here I am on the other. Oh, I hear Evangeline saying she sees the boot. Anybody else see the boot?
Can I show them where it is?
Sure, come show us where it is.
It's going on.
Beautiful. And look right where she put her finger. Guess where her finger is? On Rome. On Rome. So if we back all the way up on here, here we've got the world. We've only got the one hemisphere. Is this the Eastern Hemisphere or the Western Hemisphere? What do you guys think? Whisper? Release? The Eastern. The Eastern. This is the Eastern Hemisphere. We live in the Western Hemisphere. That's what we were just on. So now we're going to go ahead and zoom in. But before we zoom in, what continent is this right here? Africa. So on your map, on the map legend, one of the things that it says that you need to label is Africa. And it even says that it's labeled. So if you can go ahead and label Africa. See, it says right here labeled. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to label Africa.
Do you do that with the certain color?
So you can just do that with your pencil. Right here, the map legend that says Africa's labeled. So I have labeled Africa. Let me see if I can get Google Earth to go to the half side. I tried. There we go. That's a little better. So here is our picture of this section right there. So we know this is Africa. So here we've talked about is Italy. That's our little hand. That's our boot. So there's Africa. It also says we need to label Europe. So where is Europe on here? Where is Europe on here? Isha, can you come show me where Europe is on here? Show me on either map. Where's Europe?
At that corner.
Come show me. Which corner?
Here?
Yeah, well this whole spot right here. Yep, this whole spot right here is Europe. This is all Europe right here. These are all the different countries. So this is Europe up here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to label Europe. So everybody should go ahead and label Europe. I'm going to go ahead and check mine. Then we have the Mediterranean Sea. I'm going to use my blue for the Mediterranean Sea. So everybody should find their blue colored pencil. And you're just going to color in a little spot like that. Let's zoom in a little bit with our Google Earth. Let's see who's next. Tulsi, can you go on up there and find the Mediterranean Sea? Go on up, find the Mediterranean Sea. Beautiful. Thank you, sir. All right, there's the Mediterranean Sea. Did you guys see it?
Yes.
Where she pointed at it? She pointed right here, Mediterranean Sea. Mediterranean Sea. Who else used the Mediterranean Sea? Greece did. Greece did. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to label the Mediterranean Sea. Here it is right at the tip of Africa. So we're going to go ahead and write in Mediterranean Sea. So everybody go ahead and write in Mediterranean Sea. It's a mouthful, but I know you can spell it because it's right there. And guess what? We're just going to color it in that blue color.
Yeah.
Now that we've got that colored, we're going to do grease green. Electra, can you come up and show us where grease is on the map? All right, so everybody should have Italy colored yellow now. And right in the middle of that Italy, thank you, you can put it right there. We have, where's our knuckle? It's like Rome. So we're going to go ahead and put Rome in there. Do a dot for Rome. And if I come in here, I can go and I can zoom on in. To Rome. I hear somebody saying Colosseum. You could go directly to the Colosseum.
People would die in the Colosseum.
So this brings us down to the Colosseum, and if we want to go and see it from the street, there's our Colosseum.
A motorcycle guy.
So we've been yeah, there's a picture. So is this picture from ancient Rome or real-time Rome?
Real.
How do you know it's real-time, Connor?
Because it's like it's kind of like it runs on gas and stuff.
Yeah, there's a motorcycle there that runs on gas
Like
and stuff.
in ancient Greece, they were kind of like, not literally like carriages, but like it was like sort of like, it was kind of like made of wood and stuff.
Yeah, they actually did literally have carriages. What else, Matthew?
And you wouldn't have this photographic camera.
That's true. You wouldn't have this technology in the first place with all these pictures and
They wouldn't
cameras.
even have this, so that just would be like.
Avery, what did you have to add?
The building is kind of, like, it's not like,
I think she's talking about the way the building looks. The building looks in such a way that she can tell that it's present time. Can you add to that, Connor?
Yeah, it's kind of like, it kind of just like looks like America, sort of like, it doesn't, but like, it's like America, it's like just like America, but like it's just like, it's not, it's like it has different stuff, like, if you just like.
So it reminds you of present day America?
Yeah, present.
Okay.
And
this Coliseum has gotten some wear and tear on it. It's not brand new, recently built. I think that's what Avery was trying to get at before. All right, okay, and the last thing we're going to look at is the Tiber River. The Tiber River runs right through Rome. The Tiber River, you're just going to use a little squiggly line. And I'm going to zoom in here on the Tiber River so we can see the Tiber River.
Can we do blue?
You could do blue.
The Tiber River.
Yes, Connor.
Sometimes, like in the Colosseum, it was like sometimes the like it's kind of like sometimes they would like chant for like the loser in the Colosseum to die.
Yeah, we will definitely be talking more and more about the different events that they had in the Coliseum, including the gladiators. All right, so here we have the Tiber River running through Rome.
Miss Bagley.
And you can see it's a squiggly little river.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. And we have one last coyote howl for you.